Max Olson, theathletic.com at 4:30. We'll check in on Oklahoma State at 4:10 today.
All right, let's go to Graham in what I believe is Brazil. Thanks for your call.
My Lord. Germany, Mexico City, and Brazil. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. Hey, this is Mexico City again.
Okay. All right. Great to have you on again. Thank you.
Hey, I first want to start by saying Roll Tide. I'm a huge Bama fan. But I do believe that the three conferences trying to get together for a vote does make a lot of sense. But I do worry about all the egos in the room, kind of like you had with Texas in the Big 12. You're going to have Ohio State, Michigan, Florida State, Miami, USC. That's a lot of egos to try to all work together.
No question.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of how a lot of this may have started. And you're always going to have egos. You're going to have egos when it comes to business world or politics or, in this case, college football and conferences as well.
Well, for one, Roll Tide, and number two,
Wait a minute, you said that perfectly.
Well, it goes is a bit I did way back on like 3 stations ago, but as far as the egos in the room. It's easy for all the egos to get together when they're battling another ego that may be as big or bigger. It's obviously a bigger threat is the SEC. And so, those egos came together to battle, the big scary monster that is the SEC. But I'm with you. I think that's why I'm interested to know like more of what they're looking to accomplish outside of the voting. We know that, and we know the power that holds. So that makes a lot of sense. But where does it go from there? Because as pointed out earlier, like USC is already playing big non-conference games. So is this just okay? We're going to keep playing big non-conference games. I don't know. I don't really know what it does outside of the voting aspect, and maybe that's all it needs to be. Is just for the voting aspect of just to keep the SEC in check. But I definitely think the longer they work together, and depending on what issues arise, that you're definitely going to have some conflicts that arise as well. I mean, that's just going to be natural, and how they settle that, because there's not like a czar over these three, right? I mean, it's. In the SEC, if you have issues, Greg Sankey sorts it out, or whatever. But if you've got Kevin Warren, and then you've got Kleofkoff, and then you've got who's the ACC commissioner?
Jim Phillips.
Jim Phillips. I mean, they're all on the same level. So is it a 2-to-1 thing? Like, how is that all going to work? That will be interesting to see.
How long has Phillips been there?
Not long.
All three of those are brand new, little like pups.
I think Jim Phillips might like outdate Kevin Warren by like 3 weeks.
Okay. So you got 3 of the Power 5 conference commissioners who are all almost like just babies and pups to the business in a way, in different ways.
If they have a similar mindset on most issues, then, it makes sense. They can just vote through what they want, and that'll be no big deal. But what is their grander plan? What is their more master plan? And that's where I could see there maybe being some issues arise where your own self-interest suddenly has to take over, because at the end of the day, you can alliance all you want to, but Kevin Warren still has to worry about the Big Ten schools first and foremost.
Oh, yeah, he does, because Ohio State and Michigan will let him know.
So, there's going to be something there depending on, what this actually is. All
right, so one question was asked, and we throw it to the break with this question. Why and what has the SEC done for so many people to start hating it? I don't know if that's the word. There might be some people who say some things. Let's come back and discuss that as well, because I don't see that. I see an incredible amount of respect for the 800-pound gorilla. We'll get to that. More calls. Here we go. This is Sikkim 365 Radio. Ideal MRI.